two individuals who are one the owner and the other operations manager of a company that just announced its Central Mass headquarters in downtown Worcester, SnapChef. I want to welcome Todd Snopkowski, who is the owner of SnapChef, and Mike Salomon, who's the operations manager. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really excited. Sherry Pitcher, our Director of Business Recruitment, we're able to work, Todd, with you and your team, Pat Bench from Benchmark Strategies, and helping you grow and expand in Worcester. And I'd love to just give you an opportunity to kind of tell our audience a little bit about what SnapChef is all about.
So, thank you. Thanks for having us down. We're excited to be in Worcester. Sherry's been great. Pat Bench, like you mentioned, helped us kind of get into the Worcester Chamber and get familiar with what's going on in Worcester. I've been in business now for going on 15 years. We're a culinary training and staffing company where we will give the soft skills and the basic skills to people that don't have culinary experience to get a foot in the door with our clients. What the clients will call us up and ask for supplemental help to manage their crews that they have when they're down. So it's basically like a labor ready for chefs.
Right, but you have, as you mentioned, contracts with large companies, institutional players, you know, hospitals who, in addition to have a primary job, but they have also responsibility to kind of feed huge populations every day and have a need for employees.
Yeah, so we supply the employees. They have, we'll work with Sodexos and Aramarks and the big hospitals and universities, convention centers. When they have an uptick in business, they'll call SnapChef to supplement their current staffing levels. There's peaks and valleys in a lot of the businesses that we help maintain. So it's a big help for them. Somebody calls out sick, somebody goes on vacation, they'll pick up the phone and call SnapChef for reliable professional help.
Mike, before we started, we were all kind of chatting. You were talking a little bit about how you had worked at WPI at one point. But, I think one of the things and what we were excited about in working with Todd in coming to Worcester and helping find a space is that career paths, career ladders. Anyone from Worcester or Central Massachusetts has seen the evolution in the last 20 years of how the food industry has helped really kind of transform the city or sections of the city and create a destination place that employs people with good jobs.
Absolutely.
And maybe you could tell us about how SnapChef works in the development of that career path.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we, opening up in the downtown Worcester area has been essential for us in recruiting these skilled individuals. And even individuals that do need a little bit of training and some help to get their skills up to par to get them out into the workforce. So, what we're doing in the downtown area is great. I think, being centrally located allows us to provide our clients with the level of service that they've become accustomed to with SnapChef, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, one of our chamber member businesses, and I've had him on the show a couple of times, is Rob Alquist, who owns the sole proprietor Via, as well as 111 Chop House. But he employs about 250 people, and salaries of the full-time people, between $50,000 to $100,000. But again, starting people who can and working up the ladder. So, with the location downtown, and I also mentioned off the air, I was walking to a meeting just yesterday, and it was great to see on Federal Street, where the BDC has redone the old Telegram building, SnapChef now hiring, your signs up, so how people interested, how do they plug in?
Sure, they can go to our website, www.snapchef.com. They can reach out to any one of our locations and come down and fill out an application and attend an orientation session to figure out how we operate and get the necessary information to get started with SnapChef. It's a pretty simple process entailing application, like I said, orientation, simple knife skills assessment so we can determine what their skill level is and where we can place them. So anybody that is interested, please come down.
And Todd, you mentioned kind of the soft skills and things like that. Also, you're working with them on.
Right. So in Boston, we have a full commercial kitchen where we do an hour-and-a-half orientation, and we'll do week-long training sessions, the basic skills, knife skills assessments, get them into a little breakfast cookery preparation, food handlers. For the people that come in with experience, we can fast-track them right into a job pretty much. What we're doing with the WBDC, Julie and the crew over there, they've been great as well.
Yeah,
so they've given us that space. We're going to be building that space out into a culinary training center similar to Boston. It's actually going to be with all the upgrades and all the bells and whistles needed to train about 10 to 20 folks at a clip. So it'll be good to get in there and start doing that.
Yeah, see, some of it's street level.
Yeah.
You have people outside your window just watching and want to
Absolutely.
come in
It'd
and
be
join.
nice to
That's the idea.
have people walk by and see them honing their knife skills and learning how to operate in a kitchen.
But I mean, this is, I mean, you know, I talked about Worcester, but just, you know, it's become a whole, it's a food channel. You know, people
Yeah.
just learning cooking. I mean, it's an industry and a career path that's meaningful and can,
Yeah.
people can plug in where they're at.
Absolutely.
Right,
And
yeah.
you know, depending on their skill levels, I know I've had a lot of people on my team that have started off at the lower end and have picked up skills along the way on the job and have moved up in the ladder.
It's an earning and learning concept.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's, you know, for in terms of getting people up there. So people sign up to the orientation, they can start right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we go through a 6-point background check.
Yeah.
And we deal with a lot of hospitals, so we have to send people through inoculations and the 6-point background check, which includes ICORI.
Yeah.
So we do our due diligence there, making sure that they're set. So it takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get somebody out to a job. But like I said, if they have skills, they can come right in and we'll fast track them, and they won't have to go through the training class. They come with skills, and we'll land them where, say, they're a grill cook or a lead cook position. We'll identify that and slide them right into the spot. Our clients expect when they order for, doing an omelet station, that somebody can actually do an omelet. So
Right.
it's really important to know the skill level of the people we're putting out.
Right. So kind of a tailored program that, you know, you assess the needs and then,
Yeah.
you know, work to place them in the right setting for success.
Yep.
Well, good stuff, and you know, we're excited about what this means in terms of jobs and some of the connections, and we have certainly a lot of entities. So look forward to coming back at some point.
Appreciate it.
In the next year or two, and you're fully up and running. But you're up and running now. But we look forward to kind of seeing the full operation humming. So I want to thank Mike and Todd for being with us, and Todd, thank you for your investment and commitment in the region.